You guys, we are in our last two, on our last two. Why do I struggle so much with prepositions? Okay, let me start over. Hey, hey, Vibers. Welcome to day 29 of our 30 Days of Cat Spirit Animal Wisdom. If you are brand new here, my name is Shon, and I am the crazy lady who is going to be reading your oracle cards today. For these last few pick a card readings, for these last few cat wisdom readings, we are doing pick a cards. Now, if you're somebody who loves watching pick a card videos on social media and you prefer to use timestamps to go right down to your reading, you're going to want to head over to my YouTube channel and watch this there, because as you know, YouTube has clickable links in the description box, and TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram do not. So with that being said, let's talk about what our messages are for today. We are doing a pick a card around your career or calling. So for some of us, our calling is our career. We've made the choice to make money doing that which we are called to do. For some of us, our calling is not connected to how we make money, and that's fine as well. For some of us, we have a way of making money, but we don't yet know what our calling might be, or we have a way of making money and or rather we're in our calling, but we struggle to make money. So it's the opposite of the one that I said right before. I hope you followed all of that. So hopefully you guys are going to get messages that help you regardless of which of those four types of situations you find yourself in regards to career or calling. Let's find out what's coming through to you from the spirit of the cat. So here we have pile 1. What messages are coming through for those who found this reading today in regards to their career or calling? We have pile 2. Make that easier for you to see. And we have finally, oh, there you go, pile 3. These cards are getting a little bit harder to shuffle because we have fewer than when we started. I was very, what's the word? I didn't want to like stick the cards back in the, what do you call it? The deck. I didn't want to stick the cards back in the deck. I want you guys to get brand new messages every single day. So because of that, our deck has gotten smaller and smaller, which makes it a little bit harder to shuffle, particularly when the cards are as big as these are. Look at that, it's the span of my hand, and I got big hands, or I have long fingers. All right, you guys, so let's find out what messages are coming through for you today in regards to your career or calling. If you were attracted to pile 1, you have gotten the message assertive. Take your place at the table. This feels very much like a career reading, but it is also applicable for those of you who feel like it might be about calling for you. So I'm going to address both, okay? If it is a career reading, it is clearly telling you that you are not stepping up to the plate enough when it comes to offering your ideas in meetings, when it comes to volunteering for things that may not come with your normal pay, because that's a great way to getting good with the people that you work for and work with. So that could be something like planning the birthday parties or planning celebratory events after a big win for your company or your department, things like that. It could be actual volunteer work if you work for an organization that likes to give back to the community. But definitely you are being encouraged to make yourself more known to the people who matter. There is something that's been making you play small, something that's been making you shrink back, and you are being told, stop doing that. You have something to offer it. For those of you who felt like you were getting a calling reading today as opposed to a career reading and you happen to pick this pile, your message is that yes, you do have a calling. I'm getting that those of you, let me say that better. Y'all are the people who feel like you don't know what your calling is, or you're not sure if you're following the right call. The answer is whatever has been imprinted on your heart, it is 100% the right call. So if you're someone who's already been taking some steps, some actions, some activities towards something that you feel is your calling, this could be a spiritual calling, this could be an educational calling to help others, this could be a social justice calling, whatever it is that is, outside of you, bigger than you. It might even not be about other people, but strictly about what you feel you're on this earth to contribute. You are being told that that thing which was in your heart is, yes, your place. Go ahead and feel confident in that. If you're someone who felt like you don't have, or feels like you don't know what your calling is, or you don't know if you're, important enough to have a calling, the answer here is yes, you are. And you are being encouraged to spend some time giving some thought, like going within and really getting in touch with yourself to discover for yourself what that is. Excuse me. And if you happen to be someone who prays, someone who believes in a power higher, I don't want to say higher than, a power outside of yourself that is active in your life. So that could be higher self. It could be God, goddess, angels, whatever it is you believe in. You're definitely being encouraged to pray to them to help you sort this out, because you do have, again, something to offer. If you happen to be attracted to pile 2, you got retreat, stop the spin. So your message around, again, career, this feels very much like a career reading for you guys, is it's time to take a time out. It is literally the opposite of what pile 1 got, okay? You guys are trying too hard, and you are experiencing what's known as the law of diminishing returns. It's where you do and do and do, and then you do so much, the amount that you're getting back from the effort is not commensurate with, is not in line with, is not representative of the amount of work you have done. Okay, so you may be that person that is always volunteering, that is always staying late, that is always taking on extra tasks, but you're not being rewarded for it. This is not, I don't want this to sound like I'm shaming you for trying, but what I do want to say is there's something about the energy that you're bringing to this overactivity that is off-putting to the people that you work with. Stop trying so hard. It's very similar to that energy we see, like if we're dating and we're really, really desperate to make a connection with somebody, and we do all the calling, or we're always trying to make plans for the next time we see each other, or we're always taking their temperature to see like how they feel about the connection. It's that same kind of like desperate dog energy. And the reason why I call it desperate dog energy is because that's how dogs are. All right. Like my boyfriend, he gets mad at me because I pick on dogs a lot. I pick on him and his love of dogs a lot because I happen to be a cat person, hence these readings. And dogs in general tend to be very like desperate, and they desperate for love, and cats are not. So I am getting for you guys to like inhabit more of the spirit of the cat in your work environment. Be a little bit more aloof. Stop trying so hard to get those treats, to get those pets, and you'll start seeing it come to you with a little bit less effort on your part. And then for those of you who are attracted to pile 3, your message is this. You got hunter, and then you got stay with the process. I'm getting from this that some of you were actually looking at making a change. You were and that might sound like counterintuitive to stay with the process, but here's why. Or here's what's really coming through, all right? You have been thinking about changing your career. It may be that you are feeling like you should move to a different field altogether, or that you are looking to work for a different organization or company within your same industry. But you were not getting the kinds of results that you expected to get in your job search, or you weren't even seeing the types of jobs you were looking for when you started just kind of dipping your toe in the water. And the message that I'm getting for you guys is to keep looking, to keep hunting, to know that this change that you've been wanting to make is warranted. It is going to happen for you. It's just going to take a little bit longer than you had hoped. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than what you wanted. And so keep, stay with the process, keep looking. Maybe don't look every day if that causes you frustration. Maybe look every other day or twice a week, something like that. But you are definitely being told to keep going. I'm also getting a message around those of you who felt that you were getting a calling reading today as opposed to a career reading. And for you, it's that you have been taking efforts towards what you feel you're called to do, but you're not seeing the way open. You're not seeing the effects of your efforts. You're not seeing it. It doesn't seem to be as clear a path as you thought it would be when you started. Doesn't matter. doesn't matter. This is still your calling, and you are still being told to keep going. You may, the calling that you have, I'm getting for many of you, is something that actually does come with ebbs and flows. So you may be experiencing a time right now where it is the lull within that which you are trying to do. And the time of hyperactivity within it will be at another time of the year. It runs in seasons, similar to our actual seasons, or television season. That's a easy one for me to go to because I work in that field. But you know how there's like the rerun season was February, when we used to all be dependent on television. It was rerun season in February. New shows came out in September, and the season for television runs the same as the theater season, which starts in the fall and then wraps up in the spring. It also runs concurrent with the school season, right? School starts in the fall and wraps up in the summer. So this is the message for you guys around your reading, around your calling, is that there are cycles within your calling. So do a little bit of research, find out a little bit more about how that which you feel called to do works, so that you can feel a little less panic, or a lot less panic really, when things don't seem to be presenting themselves as opportunities for you to give that which you feel called to give. Okay, oh gosh, this one was long. I'm gonna have to edit it like crazy. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. If you would like a personal reading around this topic, I have the perfect one for you on my website and on my Etsy shop. It is called what is it called? It is called the Life Path and Destiny reading. I'm going to try to remember to put a thumbnail, a picture of the thumbnail right here so you can see it. But if you use the code shonvibes when you check out, you will get 15% towards your purchase. Thank you so much for being here, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for our last day of 30 days of cat spirit animal wisdom.